Hello! This is the first of what will hopefully be many videos about the baby raccoons that I'm currently caring for. And most of you watching this video are probably people who know me pretty well, and that's probably why you decided to check out the link that I posted showing the baby raccoons that are in my care. If you don't know me, my name is Krista, and I live in the state of Ohio in the United States, and I have just become a wildlife rehab subpermittee, which means I don't yet have my own permit. I'm in training and working with a mentor, and I am rehabilitating baby wildlife such as these raccoons here. I have taken the classes I would need to get my Category 1 permit. However, I have decided not to do so yet because I have a lot left to learn. I have also volunteered in wildlife rehab for a couple of years at a wildlife center. Just for the record, it's definitely not advised to try to rehabilitate raccoons or any wild species on your own. Their care is very specialized, and also cute little guys like these can be carriers of some pretty horrible zoonotic diseases and other afflictions, such as Bayless ascaris, which, if you haven't heard of it, look it up. It can be fatal to humans and to domestic animals. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys the rehab setup real quick, and then I will show you the raccoons, which of course is what you're all waiting for. Now, my rehab room is small, as you can see. It's actually one half of a room, the other half being storage for various items because I didn't have a ton of space. So over here we have essentially the feeding station. I sit here in this chair and feed the babies on this towel with this syringe. This is actually a special syringe tip, which is made by putting two other syringe tips together, and they come from this place here. I think it's, yes, squirrelsandmore.com. These are squirrel nipples, but obviously work well for other kinds of wildlife as well. Let's see. So these cages are not in use. None of these cages are in use. They are all simply here. This is where I dry the syringe and the container here where I heat the milk, and I also have a little thermometer here to tell us the temperature so that we're not scalding the babies. When they get bigger, they'll get to have these adorable bottles here, but they're not that age just yet. This is where I actually keep them. Not in the pool that you saw. They live in this carrier, and some of you guys have, if you know me at all, like I said, you've already seen pictures and stuff. So this is it. I mean, it's rather small here. There is a flannel there, and then this is like a fleecy blanket. And wait for the camera to focus back again. Okay, so they live in here. I always open from the top. I learned the hard way. If you open from the front, they go nuts. Like when it's time to eat, I mean, you think they're loud now. Actually, they're pretty much just sort of sleeping and occasionally moving around. They're crazy when they're waiting for their food. Like so loud that you think you've gone insane or are about to. And underneath the carrier, we put a heating pad, if you can see it there, and this towel on top, which actually provides like an insulating effect so that it's warmer in the carrier than it would be if you just set it right on the tabletop. And I'm going to go ahead and tuck this back around here so that it looks tidy. I don't know why I bother, but anyway. And a lot of heating pads shut off on their own. You have to find one that does not if you are starting raccoon rehab as well, of course, with a licensed mentor or with your own permit. Here are the baby raccoons, so I guess I may as well show them to you. The reason, this pool is brand new. This is something new that I have done just today. I'm sure they'll be getting out of it in no time. The reason that I have got this pool here is because in order for baby raccoons or pretty much any wildlife, to go to the bathroom. When they're very little, you have to stimulate them, you know, like over a sink, to urinate and defecate. When they get a little bit older, they will start to essentially, you know, poop, defecate on their own. So these guys are, and when they're in their cage, if I put them in there right after feeding, they poop all over the place, and then they walk in it, and it's a horrible mess. So I thought, well, okay, after feeding them, I will put them one by one in here, and then they have a bigger space, and they can poop on this sheet, and then it can be washed. And that seems easier to me than the carrier. Of course, they're going to go right back in right after eating, so they're only in here right now for us to have a look at them and get to know them a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and show you each of them. By the way, today is May 1st, and I got these babies on Friday, which was the, what, maybe the 26th, 27th of April. It's only been a couple days. This is Tuesday, so we can do the math here. But I'm not going to do that at the moment. They're so cute. But I've only had them for a few days, and I don't know exactly how old they are. My mentor suggested they're probably about 4 weeks of age. However, their eyes are open, and I read that their eyes open between 2 and 3 weeks of age, so I'm a little unclear on that. So I'm going to go ahead and disturb them here so we can have a look at them. Let's see who we have here. Okay, we have here Martok. He is the smaller of 2 boys. I named all of these guys for notable Klingons from the Star Trek universe because baby raccoons, they cling onto your clothing, and they hang on you, and I thought that that was kind of funny to call them Klingons and then to name them after Klingons. And also, I really like Star Trek. Also, they have many Klingon-like attributes. They're very loud, they're very robust. I mean, right now they're definitely sleeping and just lying here, but just wait. If they were being fed, that's why I haven't made any videos of them being fed yet. They're very, very energetic, very vigorous little babies. I mean, compared to any other babies that I've seen, any other type of animals so far. So anyway, here is Martok. And what they're doing now is they're looking for something to drink. They seem to look for milk like everywhere. And they have already eaten, so technically speaking they're full, they just don't know it yet. So let's see, that was Martok, and let's see who we've got here. Oh boy, come here. Oh, are you hooked on? You are. Alright, I gotcha. And let's have a look at you. You are Lursa. Lursa is the biggest. And she's a girl, so we've got 2 girls, 2 boys. So here for scale, you can see Martok and Lursa. Lursa's eyes are opening, Martok's eyes are opening. Lursa's actually are the second furthest along eyes, so you can kind of have a look at her little face here. Her one eye is probably pretty much fully open. The other one's still a little bit squinty. And the one with the most open eyes is Baitor. Let's see if we can guess which one. I think Gowron is lighter in color. I'm going to guess this one's Baitor. And I've been told that their colors will sort of change over time. They won't necessarily stay that way. Yep, this is Baitor. Now, Baitor, there was a little incident here a moment ago where somebody peed all over her head, or not peed, sorry, pooped. They don't pee on their own yet, but they poop on their own, and it went all over her head. So I don't think she looks wet anymore. I wiped her off, but if she does look a little wet, that's why. And Baitor, she's kind of special to me because she's very, I don't know, personable. She's a personable raccoon. And she has certain very, very friendly, kind of easygoing qualities about her. And her eyes were the first to open. Her eyes were open, actually, when I took her home, fully open. And she explores. She kind of has a more laid-back outlook. Like a lot of the others, you know, when I'm waiting to feed them, they scream and shriek like monkeys. They flail around. They, like, scratch the heck out of me. And it's kind of insane. She, like, kind of just sits on my shoulder and just kind of chills out. You know, she screams like heck in the cage, though. But once I get her out of the cage, then she kind of just, she's real mellow and stuff. I mean, now they're all super mellow because they've just eaten and they're just kind of, like, lounging around. And our last guy here, he's a boy. And this is Gowron. And let's see if we can get him to come out here. I know I'm disturbing their sleep. Alright, here we go. I don't mean to exploit them here for our educational purposes. Or even just to show them to everybody here, but I wanted to make a little video of them when they're little so I can see how they are when they're bigger. You don't have anything on you, do you? What is that? Nope. He had like his little eyebrow looked like he had poop on his head or something. You gotta really watch that. They poop all over each other. And then they tend to eat it. And I don't suppose that that's a nutritional thing, but I'm actually gonna check and see with my mentor when I see her tomorrow if they always tend to eat each other's poop or what's up with that. Because they've been doing it. You know, they might just, you know, they're always looking around for something to eat, so it might be just they happen to land on it from time to time and then start eating it, but see, in here they're trying to nurse from each other. But this is Betor and Martok, and this is Gowron, and exploring way over here we've got Lursa. No. Here. Who are you? You're Lursa. Lursa. Okay. Lursa is here. Gowron is here. This is what I go through every day. Alrighty. And Betor is here. So, Betor, Lursa, Gowron. Yay. Let's see. You Gowron? Come here, come here, come here. Alright, and... Yep. Okay. Gowron is bigger than Martok, but when they're sleeping and kind of curled up, I can't really tell who's bigger than who. But I'm definitely doing better identifying them than I used to. I do put a little mark on them. That's what my mentor does as well, like to mark when they've eaten and such. But what I do is I make it the same color mark like for each one, like every time, so that I know that it's this one or that one. Because it can get a little bit confusing. Well, let's see. Do we have anything else to show in the room? I think that pretty well sums it up. You will see pictures of possums over there on the wall. Those possums were ones that I worked with at the Wildlife Center where I was a volunteer. And the big possum, the adult one here, her name is Blossom. She is a very special possum to me, so I'll go ahead and I'll show her pictures. But I'm not at that Wildlife Center currently, but she is still living, still with us now. Possums don't live very long, so I think she's about 3 now. I forget exactly how old she is. I haven't known her whole life, but anyway, she is aging now, but she's still a really great possum. She's so much fun. I love her. I haven't seen her in a little while since I haven't been there. And I put these up just to sort of to be funny, but I'm also going to put a copy of our permit and kind of make it look more official in here, so that if I don't know if I guess people will never come here to drop off animals, at least not this year, but if they do, if I do get my own permit and they come to drop off animals, then they will see. Plus then the babies know that they are in the hands of a licensed professional. Well, I'm not a licensed professional, but a subpermittee under someone who is licensed. So anyway, this is them. They're walking around and looking cute, and I think it's time to put them back in now and let them get some proper sleep. And I'll make another video sometime soon, but this pool has been a great idea because now I can kind of show them to you guys, because there really wasn't any way to do it before unless I were to make a video of them in their little cage. But they weren't very like relaxed in there because they always thought it was time to eat, even if they just eaten. This is the most relaxed they've ever been, just kind of chilling out in here, so it's good. Oh my, what are you doing? Let's not end the video like that. No, no. No, no. Alright, so that'll be it for now.